what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman says, I don't care if a man leaves me because the truth is every single one of them always comes back. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
You know what's so annoying about men?
Tell me.
Is I reached this conversation with like almost every single one of them that I have come across, like romantically, where they're like, you know, you're such a great woman. Oh my God, you're such a great woman. Like they all say the same things about me, which is how I know that like I don't know, like I have it. I don't know what it is, but I have it, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, they say like, oh God, you're such a great woman, but I just don't know if I'm ready for a relationship, or I just got out of a relationship and I'm not ready and I don't want to hurt you and you're such a good woman, blah, blah, blah. And my eyes just like glaze over like a donut because I'm like, yeah, you'll be back. Just like they all come back. 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 months. My longest one took his time with a whopping 8 months, but he went and got married, okay? Still came back. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just like such easy math. I just hate when they have to go on there like, is the grass greener, like adventure? Like, no, it's not.
It's not greener.
And I knew that.
You're the best
And
thing
I
out
really
here.
liked you. And actually, if I went on that adventure with you, probably would be greener. But I was still going to be loyal, you know, to a scumbag. But like, go ahead and do your little shuffle, okay? And then when you end up in my DMs or my messages, whichever one you're not blocked on, with your little sob story about how you sunk into a depression after we stopped talking and you've been drinking a lot and can't stop thinking about me. Well, no shit, okay? I could have told you that, pal. But added to the graveyard.
All right, guys, so this is a new one. Here's one that really doesn't get talked about too often. At least I haven't talked about this. She has a pretty good point. It's true. A lot of women out here will be in situations with guys and they'll tell them things like, you're amazing, you're great, but, you know, I'm just not ready for a relationship. And she says, I usually don't care because I know that you'll be back. This is true. This happens. Men do go back and check up on old flings, old situations, and sometimes old relationships. But guys, here's the problem, right? It's time to drink some coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
It's time to talk about why. Why do these men, first of all, feed you lies and tell you what they know you want to hear, right? Whenever a man says things like, oh, you're such a great girl, but I don't see us in that way right now. Well, that's what he's actually saying, by the way. Him saying you're so amazing, but not right now is the same thing as a woman telling a guy, you know, it's not you, it's me, right? Like, you're just too good for me. No one ever does that. When any human being who's looking for a relationship meets the right person, they are selfish with that opportunity. No person is ever thinking to themselves, you know what? I'm really too effed up to be dealing with you, and actually means it. In most cases, that's not true. They're going to try to make it work. They're going to try to change for that one person. So what's happening there? Lies are being fed. He's serving you tea.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
Right? He's serving you tea. But listen, man, I got to hand it to her. This is true. Men do this. And sometimes, like she said, even after a relationship or even a marriage, they do this, right? They'll go back to some chick who, and I know you're already thinking like, oh, he's cheating. Well, let's talk about real life here for a second. They'll go back to some chick who they never really took seriously, and they'll slide in those DMs, or they may text her to check up on her. We've all done this. Listen, I've been in a situation with a chick and I'm letting her know like, hey, listen, it's not you, it's me. You're an amazing girl, but just not right now. Then like 6 months later, you know, you get kind of bored. Your phone's getting dry, and then you think of good old faithful. Right? Start to get a little desperate. So you look back and you wonder, hey, how's this chick doing? You know, let me check up on her. And that's what she's talking about. But in most cases, they just want to smash. it is not that serious. They're not thinking, I'm coming back for a serious relationship. So what am I trying to say? I'm not trying to say this does happen, but it's not worth bragging about, right? The brutal reality is a lot of women who flex about this, oh yeah, he's back in my DMs. He's back in the DMs to try and maybe have a sexual relationship with you, but he's not wanting to take anything seriously. That's why the married man, this is not about cheating, but I'm just keeping it real here. That's why he gets married, but still comes to you. But he's not going to come to you seeking a real relationship or a marriage. Right? And guys, the reason why I thought this topic was really important is because this happens a lot. And it's not just exclusive to this chick. A lot of women go through this. And the truth is they just want to come back for a good time, not a long time.
Like my coffee like I like my women.
But as always, man, people had a lot to say about the situation. When I say people, it's mostly women because they could probably relate. Let's check out a few of these comments. First comment here comes from a woman and it says, girl, felt this. I've never had a romantic interest, whether an ex or otherwise, not come back. She goes on to say they always know when you're a good one. Yeah, it's not a good one, right? There's nothing special about you. I bet you every chick right now can relate to this situation. Most women, right? Next comment here from another woman says, it's because they got someone great, so they think if I get her, let's see what else I can get. So this chick is like, the reason why they go off looking for something different is because, you know, you inspire them because you're amazing. And they're thinking, maybe I can find another amazing chick. Yeah, probably not likely. Next comment here from another person says, it's been 4 months for the guy that blocked me and said, you're a great woman. I'm just not ready. AKA, I'm going to let you down nice and easy. She goes on to say, he's moving 900 miles away to a different state next year. Next comment, which is a continuation from her, goes, I don't think he's ever coming back, to be honest, like ever reaching out again. I miss him a lot, to be honest, but I think this one's the exception for me. This next comment from another woman says, no, but for real, can a scientist explain why they do this? You don't need a scientist for this, man. It just comes down to they just want to bust the cheeks. That's all it is. They just want the cheeks, plain and simple. And women can't stand that, right? They don't want to believe that, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Moving on, next comment here says, I really think the best women are single because we don't put up with crap. What?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
I can't believe what I just read. This chick literally just said, I think the best women are single because we don't put up with crap. Yes, that's why. That's why you're single and you can't find anybody. She goes on to say they know we're not going to put up with it. Okay, whatever helps you sleep at night. This comment from another person says, I can't with men anymore. They're all the same and not in a good way. And finally, the last comment says, so basically you're wife material and that scares them away. Yes. That's it. Guys, as always, I'm curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, man, I'm out. Peace.